Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a tag video today. This is the 2015 Best Picture tag, and it was created by Rebecca at Why Mermaids and Caitlin at Book Chats. I was tagged by Janessa at Thoughts from Nowhere, and this tag is basically all of the Best Picture nominees from the Oscars corresponding to a question about a book. And I love the Oscars, I love movies, I love books. I really enjoyed watching several of these tags, and I thought that I would do it today. So the first movie is American Sniper, and the question that goes with that one is, what is your favorite memoir? I haven't read a ton of memoirs, but one of my favorites that I have read is called A Severe Mercy by Sheldon Van Auken. I picked this up a while ago, and it was excellent. It's about a man and his wife, and their journey through their relationship, and then their journey through her illness and eventual death, and just how they deal with grief and faith, and it was just really, really good. The second question is Birdman, choose a book with an unreliable narrator. Again, I haven't read a ton of books that feature unreliable narrators just because it's not something that I really, really enjoy. It kind of makes me feel weird. I kind of like normal narrators, but one book that I did enjoy was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This book is pretty popular. I feel like most people have heard of it. I was just sort of blown away by the way the plot can happen when you have an unreliable narrator like that, and I definitely didn't see it coming when it came to the twist at the end, and yeah, it was really an interesting and unique reading experience for me. Third question is Boyhood, what book most represents your childhood? Now the obvious answer for this is Harry Potter, but since that's obvious, I thought I would just say it and move on to something else. And I'm gonna go with a book that's called The Two Princesses of Bamar by Gail Carson Levine. Now most people know her book Ella Enchanted. I loved this book. I think I read it multiple times. I don't honestly remember much of what it's about except for there's two princesses, and I know that they have very different goals and objectives and personalities, and just they go through various trials and quests, and it's very fantastical and wonderful, and I should reread it because it's a really short middle grade elementary book, but yes, definitely a staple of my childhood. The next question is Grand Budapest Hotel. Who is your favorite quirky character? I like a lot of quirky characters, but one of my favorites is Lola from Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. I just really enjoyed the way that she went through life, just bubbly and unique, and with her fashion design, and just a really cute, quirky character. And obviously this is one of the most wonderful YA contemporaries I've ever read. So if you haven't read these books, you should read them. Yeah. The next question is The Imitation Game. Choose a book with LGBTQ characters or themes, or choose a book whose main character is a criminal or not accepted by society. For this question, I'm gonna go with the book Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. I read this over the summer. It was a book that I picked up and I started, and then I thought about dropping it, but then I plowed through it and I really enjoyed this story. It's about some girls working on a movie set, and it has some LGBT characters, and it was just really good. The next question is Selma, choose a book written by an African-American author and or featuring African-American characters. For this, I'm gonna go with the book Copper Sun by Sharon Draper. I read this quite a long time ago, either in high school or middle school, but I remember it really moving me emotionally. It's about a girl living in a village in Africa, and she gets kidnapped and put into slavery. I just remember it being very simple in the writing style, but very beautiful. I don't remember much else, but it really touched me as a young person. The next question is The Theory of Everything. Choose a book with an unconventional love story. Now, I was gonna go with Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion because it doesn't get more unconventional than human-zombie relationships, but I'm gonna go with Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers because this is a story about a man who marries a prostitute, and I just really enjoyed this as an unconventional love story. It is an allegory of the book of Hosea from the Bible, so I loved it because of that, but it's just a really interesting, really well-crafted characters, really lovely story, lovely romance, and very unconventional love story. And the eighth question is Whiplash, Persistence, aka a book it took you multiple times to get through but ended up loving. Now, I don't have many of these, mostly because there's a lot of books that I've tried and I still haven't tried again, but one book that I know I had to be pestered to read was The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. I had a friend who kept saying, you have to read The Book Thief, it's so amazing, it's gonna blow your mind, and I was always like, no, I don't like the cover, I don't think I want to read that. But when I finally did, it became my favorite book of all time. So definitely The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. I know it takes many people several tries to get into it, and I would just encourage you, if that's the case, to give it a try, give it some time, sit down, plow through the beginning, and you will love it. I just think you will love it because it's an amazing book. Okay, I think there's a bonus question on this tag, and the bonus question is, what book would you like to see turned into a movie? And I have many ideas for this, but the one most recent that I have actually been talking with a friend about is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, which is the first book of her sort of trilogy of related books. And I know that it's a YA contemporary romance, but I think it would just be a great movie and I would love it with no shame. I think it would be fantastic to see the boarding school in Paris and the British boy, and I want to see it, okay? I want to see that movie, and that's what I'm gonna say. I don't know who to tag because I never think about who to tag. So if you like movies and books, you should do this tag because it's really good. And if you have read any of these books or have anything to say, leave a comment and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.